Hello, party people. My name is Jeremy from Jambalaya Plays Games, and today I'm here to talk about Planecrafters by Paisley Board Games, created by Mike Patience and Andrew Bosley. What is this game? It's on Kickstarter right now, and it definitely needs to be fun. This game is amazing, very tightly designed game, and I just want to explain a good overview of the game, and hopefully it helps you make an informed backing purchase or not. I'd never tell people what to do with their money. Here we go. So in this game, you're trying to collect pieces of planes. You're hiring workers, collecting pieces of planes, collecting cards, and then placing them to make weird combos of planes or perfect sets of planes. And it's very easy to learn. Everybody should be able to get into this game. It's got very light take that, but you can also build up engines and tableau in your tableau that will kind of nullify all that stuff. But there is just enough meanness in here to make the game kind of toss up. So let's just get to it. You're going to start the game with 5 cards, and these 5 cards have to do with parts from different types of planes. Okay, I should have 5 cards. I have 6 right here. It looks like, yeah, have 5. Sorry. Ooh, whoa. I should have 5 cards here. All right. Start the hand with 5 cards. You start the game with 5 coins, and you start your hand with a player 8. Now I want to be very clear here. This player 8, and I'm big on player 8s, is so clean. Okay, it walks you through a turn. It's very easy to understand. You also have explanations of all the employees we're about to talk about. It even tells you when they can activate and different iconography in the game. It even tells you the plane types that are in the game. So here you go. There's 6 types. And then also how you score. All this in the player 8. Beautiful. Anyway, let's go ahead and move over here. So your first step of the actual game is to hire a worker. And you can hire, it's optional. Okay, so it's basically if you can afford it. You have different types here, and in level 1, these are going to be cheaper, as you can see the cost here. And they have doubles of each one. This is going to be kind of how you begin the building of your tableau area. So for example, I'm just going to show you a couple of them. You have the contractor, which means you may sell an incomplete plane. This is important because sometimes you just want to get points, and you have to have a complete plane to sell it. Well, with this guy, you don't. Draw 1 additional part card for your hand size limit. This right here could help you keep more cards and options in your hand because maybe you want to collect sets of a specific plane, and especially the ones that are bigger. Play 1 additional part card. Now we'll get to that, but you can only place 2 on the flyer turn. So if you can only place 2, now you can place 3. That helps you collect sets even bigger. But now in this area we have a little bit more of the tier 2 is a little bit more of the highly interactive stuff. So you have a spy. You steal 1 card. Here you go, sorry. You steal 1 part card from another player. So another player's factory. That's pretty interesting. Like you can take 1 off of someone else's factory. Here we go. Sorry. For some reason I'm having a hard time being... Receive 2 different... Sorry. Receive 2 additional crowns when you sell a plane, and that's the money. So when you receive 2 additional money when you sell a plane, that's a good way to add up money at the end of the game, because this game is who has the most money. And then you get to the higher tiers. Oh, sorry. You know what? This thief is actually part of the take that, so I should explain that. You have the thief, and then you have the guard. So the thief steals things from you, and the guard, your cards are protected from the actions of other employees, including the spy, and agent of the board, and spy, and thief. And I probably should go backwards and talk about the agent of the board. Replace cards from your hand with an equal number from the deck and swap hands with another. So this is another little take that thing that you can use when you think people are in the lead, and I like that. I hate to cover these cards and kind of seems like I'm reading them to you, but hey, you want to know what's going on, and I want you to see what these cards are. So here's a big one, the tax collector. You can take... And these are like the nitty-gritty. Sometimes you end up buying these and sometimes you don't. But you collect taxes from each person. This one right here is one that I always seem to grab all the time. This one here, you actually take the action of a tier 1 employee, and it kind of keeps it going so you can take multiple things at once. So once again, these employees stay with you the whole time. They are part of your crew, in a sense, in your factory. So you put them in your area. You can trigger them all during your turn. The second part of your turn is draw 2 cards. So you would draw from here, you draft parts. Okay, so I would do that. Place do that. Place. Okay, and that's that. Okay, now we get to the other part, which is a flyer. Okay, so this is the flyer now, and we're getting placed up to 2 cards. We play up to 2 cards from our hand. I'm going to slide this over here. All right, and then we will place 2 pieces. You have to have a left wing, a right wing, a nose, and a hiney. I just call it a hiney. So you have the body here. I'm going to put a little butt on here. Okay, and I'm going to put a wing, a right wing. Let's see here. I got a right wing right here. All right, cool. So I have a right wing. Now I'm selling parts. I want to sell this because now I can sell. That's optional if I have the components to do so, which I do. There we go, sorry. I can sell. And when I sell this, I know exactly how many parts this is from, let's say, the Goliath. So I have 1, 2, 3 parts from the Goliath. I have 1 part from the Fury and 1 part from the big boy. So I'm going to open up my player aid. Look at that. Boom, right on the back. Okay, so I have 3 parts from one thing. That's 6 points. I have 1 parts from the other part. So I have 6 points for the 3 pieces. 7, 8. I get 8 coins. Done deal. 2, 3. Now I have 8 points. Awesome. Okay, and these all go away. Sorry, these all go away. And into my player area as a discard. And the reason why that's important is for the end game scoring. But I'll just kind of let you know, you can build as many different types of planes as you want as far as putting them together, but you can only build 1 plane at a time. There is a character over here that will let you build more than 1 plane at a time. And that is the factory manager. Okay, so you do have things that will help you break the game. Unfortunately, there's only 1 of those in the game, so people will fight to get that one as fast as possible. Okay, so now you're at the end game, and you've collected all these sets, and you collected all these cards, and you discarded them, and you have money. At the end of the game, there's also some awards. So this award right here is given to the player with the most value employee pool. So that has to do with how many of these employees that you have. Okay, so how many of these people do you have in your area, your player area? The more you have, you get extra points. Okay, so it says 8 extra points. Distinctive award, give a player with the most valuable plane sold. There's actually a way to keep track of this. During the game, you can actually give this to the person who has sold the highest plane during the entire game, and if it changes, you give it around to the other person. Given to the player, this is the industry award, it's given to the player with the most parts sold. So remember what I was saying, when you sell a plane, you want to keep the parts, okay? And when you keep the parts, you just count them up at the end and say, hey, I have 24 parts. You also win an award for that. At the end of the game, the player with the most points wins, and that is the entire game. Why do I like this game so much? Honestly, I haven't had one actual thing I could say bad about it. It's so well designed, it plays to many crowds, and I like games that do that. The games that have range, that can reach wider audiences, and I can get to the table and set up, get it down. This game takes maybe an hour at the most. I would say your first game maybe an hour, but once you play this with a family crew, once you play this with your game night crew or at lunchtime, especially at 2 players, done. Lunch period. 20 minutes, 30 minutes. I said lunch period like it's like it's at school. Sorry about that. But I love that. I also love that this player aid is just perfect. It's already well designed. As a matter of fact, I think this game is like complete. And I think the Kickstarter will only give more to it, but this game feels so complete. The prototype is basically almost the game. It's so close. And I love the artwork on here. I just love that clean design, and I also like the kind of the minimalist look to it. My camera does this no justice, but the design of the card, the graphic design is so beautiful. I love the clean ridges and the things like that. And I also like a little bit of Take That. Hey man, I grew up YMCA, Boys and Girls Club. We played a lot of games with Take That, a lot of card games with Take That. And this one doesn't overdo it, and there's so many ways to get around it, and everybody can score. So overall, I would say I highly recommend this game. I keep saying the player aid, but this player aid is just so ridiculous, and I'm so attracted to good player aids. But that's the game. I hope that I helped you make an informed decision about Planecrafters, which is on Kickstarter right now. Sorry I'm late on this one, but please check it out. And then I'll leave the Kickstarter link below. Stick around on my channel. I'm starting this new YouTube page. It's very new. I also have a blog called JamaliaPlaysGames.com, which I'm supplementing with video here. Or join me on JambaPG on Twitter. Follow me on JambaPG at Twitter. And have a nice day. Hopefully you enjoyed this game like I do. Take care, party people.